Today we've got 3 easy reasons to buy semiconductors hand over fist. Hey everybody, I'm Luke Downey going over our latest insights at mapsignals.com. This is a beauty if you really like deep dive single stock analysis. So a lot of stuff's been going on in the market, right? We had CPI came in lower than expected. Look, rates are going to be coming down. That is a good thing to celebrate. But I don't think that was the big news that got Wall Street really excited. It was this Apple conference, and what they're doing with AI just tells me that they're going to be having this just a refresh over these iPhones with what's going on with technology. They're going to bring it to the masses. That tells you semiconductors are going to be part of that picks and shovel play. So let's go ahead and talk about semiconductors. You guys know NVIDIA. It's a name that we've been talking about for years. They just continue to blow past estimates. Those are the types of companies you want to be owning, but it's not just NVIDIA that's been doing well. The whole sector, right? So here we've got the year-to-date S&P 500 semiconductors. This is their industry group. It's up 71% in 2024. This is just mammoth, right? You've got some great companies in here like Taiwan Semi, you've got NVIDIA, obviously, you've got AMD, and the list just keeps going on and on. But we're going to get into one that I really think is the best play right now for AI other than NVIDIA. But here's reason number 1 to be constructive on semiconductors, and it's all about earnings, right? We always talk about earnings, okay? If earnings are set to go up, that means the stocks are going to be following. Here are some great numbers that you guys can look at. Love this chart. We're looking at the S&P 500 semiconductor equipment earnings, and these are the annual EPS, right? So 2019, 68 bucks per share. 2020 went up to 75, had a big bump in 2021. Then it came down, but here is the key, right? Follow this arrow. 2023, 103 bucks is what they earned. The estimates for this year is to climb 41% to $146, call it. Then it's going to jump another 32% in 2025. That's 193 bucks. Then it's going to jump 11% in 2026. So these double-digit types of gains is why people are going bananas for this sector, but you gotta be in the right stocks, okay? Only a few names are gonna be having this level of growth. So let's keep going. It's not just that earnings are going up. The other reason that you want to be buying semiconductors is really due to this continuation signal that we see in our data beginning in June. You're like, what are you talking about, Luke? Well, if you go back to 1995 and you look at the semiconductor group, they've gained an average of 9.2% in the final 7 months of the year, right? So if you just look at how they handle the markets in the back end of the year, they do just fine. So just because they're up a lot doesn't mean you should go out and sell. So check this out. You got June to December. This is since 1995. And you've got semiconductors are up 9.2% in that time span on average. And don't forget about software names, right? We just had a great beat by Adobe. Those are actually up 10.2%. So the technology space, which we have been talking about a lot on this channel, set to thrive. And then you can see the full year returns over here. So that's reason number 2. Well, we got to get to reason number 3, and that's the most exciting one. It's really due to the inflows, right? You got to follow the money where Wall Street is putting their bets. And one great company just had outstanding earnings, just beat and raised. They had announced a 10-for-1 forward stock split. I'm talking about Broadcom, okay? Big iPhone player. But here is the deal. What chart are we looking at here is our top 20 instances, right? So we rank all of the stocks out there, small, medium, large, which ones are growing their earnings the fastest, right? And the institutional money is going into the stocks. Here you could see that literally a year ago, this name was getting bought in our research. This is below 900 bucks. And then you've had these multiple recurring times that it was on this report. That is the key, right? Very few stocks are going to have these multiple footprints. That's the stairway to heaven. This is what an NVIDIA chart is going to look like. It's going to be what the Meta chart is going to look like. Broadcom is one of those names. Now, let's just zoom out just in case you think this is a new addition to map signals. It's not. In fact, we were highlighting this thing dozens and dozens of times. You can go all the way back to September of 2014 when we were talking about this name. And again, this stock has gone up over 2,000%. And that is why we're always talking about holding outlier stocks over the long term. This can really just take over your portfolio and do all the hard work for you. You don't need to sweat a lot if you get the right stocks. And so listen, buy semiconductors, but focus on the best of the best. And Map Signals helps you do that. Make sure to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can click in the description if you want to find out more about what software services we provide to make you a better investor. I'll see you next time.